Black. The color of the skin of the people who was forced to blend in with a color that didn't match. So they was hated in the end. Black. The color of the people who in their time were looked down upon instead of looked upon as equals. Treated lower than the dirt beneath their feet. Had no choice but to work harder than this man and that man just so they can put food on their tables so that their families can eat. Struggling, but finding strength and growth in that struggle. Growing stronger and stronger every day until that time came when they looked that man in his eyes and said, "No, sir. I would not live on my knees, but rather let you see me die on my feet." Black. The color that burns in the blood and the soul of the people who lifted their fists in the air and said out loud, "I am black and I am proud." Saying these words, not with a tone of rebellion, but with a voice that demanded respect. And they said, "We will march every day until we get that respect. And if you put us in your jails in an effort to delay our progress, just know that putting us in your jails just because we are black, when you let us out, we will be back, marching and shouting and fighting every day until you give back what is owed to us." We want our rights. We want our freedom. Everything that you stole from us. Black. It is not just the focus of discrimination. Black is poetry, spoken with the words of Langston Hughes during the time of the Harlem Renaissance. Black is Louis Armstrong when he first blew into that trumpet and gave birth to jazz in the heart of New Orleans. Black is every single letter and every single word in that speech that Martin Luther King preached when he first told us about his dream. Black is not just the face of segregation. Black is an example of prosperity and the point of inspiration. Black is the color of a race and a culture that gave birth to kings and to queens, to leaders and to preachers, to innovators and to educators, to the President of the United States of America. Yet despite how far we've come, our progress is still held in an inferior shade, held and hidden from a light of true equality. And I ask you this question: when will they see us for how we should be seen? And I tell you, when we as a people, as a race, and as a culture start acting like the way we want to be seen, the way we demand to be seen as, it is not enough for one of us to be a leader, but every single one of us needs to be a leader. It is not enough for one of us to be a teacher or a preacher, but every single one of us needs to be teaching, and every single one of us needs to be preaching. It is not enough for one man to be a king and for one woman to be a queen, but every single man needs to be a king and every single woman needs to be a queen. It is not enough for one of us to be a Barack Obama, for one of us to be a Michelle Obama, but every single one of us needs to be a Barack or Michelle Obama. And if we can't be it, then we at least need to act like it. Some of you may ask me, why should we try to be more? Why should we be anywhere else than where we are now? Why should we strive to be great? And I tell you, it is not because it's our destiny. No, this is not due to fate. It is for one reason, and for one reason only. It is because we black.